Hello, my dear friends. Today, I want to take you on a different journey. A journey filled with courage. A journey shaped by patience. A journey guided by hope. And as you listen to this calm and meaningful story, you will also improve your English naturally, one simple sentence at a time. So relax your thoughts. Take a slow, deep breath and walk with me into the life of a man who rose from nothing and changed the course of history. Let us begin. Picture a freezing winter evening. A young boy sits silently near a faint fire. The light flickers gently. Cold air slips through the gaps in the wooden walls. The room is quiet, almost empty. In his hands, the boy holds a worn-out book. It doesn't belong to him. He borrowed it from someone far away. After a long day of tiring work, he spends his night reading under that weak glow. His clothes are plain. His home is small. His family struggles with poverty. But inside that young boy, there is a powerful dream. A dream to understand the world. A hunger for knowledge. A desire for something better. That boy would one day become one of the greatest leaders the world has ever known. His name was Abraham Lincoln. Today, we will walk through his incredible journey. Step by step. Abraham Lincoln was born on February 12, 1809, in a small place called Kentucky in America. Life during that time was not easy. There were no modern comforts, no electricity, no proper roads. Families lived deep in forests, working every single day just to survive. Abraham's home was a small wooden cabin with only one room. The floor was uneven. Furniture was minimal. During winter, the cold would enter freely. His father, Thomas Lincoln, worked hard as a farmer and carpenter. Every day was a struggle to earn enough to feed the family, to survive. His mother, Nancy, was a gentle and thoughtful woman. Even though they had very little, she believed in values. She believed kindness was greater than wealth. Honesty was more important than comfort. Abraham also had an elder sister named Sarah. Life for them was never easy. Food was limited. Work was constant. Even as a child, Abraham had responsibilities. He carried water from rivers. He collected firewood. He worked in the fields beside his father. Sometimes his hands would ache from hard labor, but those struggles shaped him. They built strength. They built patience. They built discipline. Among all the people in his life, Abraham shared a deep bond with his mother. Nancy taught him more than words. She taught him values. She spoke about truth, kindness, and respect. She encouraged him to think before he spoke. She taught him to treat every person with dignity. Her lesson stayed with him forever. But there was something that made Abraham different. He loved books. He loved learning. But there was a problem. Schools were rare. Books were expensive. Teachers were hard to find. Still, his desire to learn never faded. At the age of 7, his family moved to Indiana, hoping for a better life. The journey was long and difficult. They traveled through forests, crossed rivers, and faced countless hardships. When they arrived, they built another small cabin. Once again, life started from zero. They cleared land. They planted crops. They worked day and night to survive. Then, something tragic happened. Abraham's mother fell seriously ill. There were no proper doctors. No effective medicines. Young Abraham watched, helplessly as she grew weaker. He wanted to help. He wanted to save her. But he couldn't. In 1818, Nancy passed away. Abraham was just 9 years old. The loss broke him. The boy who once dreamed, with hope now felt emptiness. For a long time, sadness stayed with him. Even years later, he spoke about his mother with deep emotion. He once said that whatever good was in him came from her. After her death, life became even harder. His father struggled to raise the children alone. About a year later, Thomas remarried. Her name was Sarah Bush Johnston. At first, Abraham didn't know what to expect. But Sarah changed everything. She was kind. She was understanding. She treated Abraham with warmth and care. Most importantly, she saw his love for learning. She encouraged him to study. She supported his reading. She even brought books whenever she could. Abraham respected and loved her deeply. Because of her, his dream stayed alive. His formal education was very limited. In total, he probably attended school for less than a year. But he didn't let that stop him. He educated himself. He borrowed books. He walked miles just to find one. And when he got a book, he read it again and again. He loved history. He loved mathematics. He loved stories of great leaders. He read the Bible many times. He studied the life of George Washington. He didn't just read. He thought deeply. Sometimes he wrote on wooden boards. Sometimes he used charcoal on walls. Learning became his greatest passion. As he grew older, people began noticing him. He was very tall, much taller than most. His body looked unusual. Long arms, long legs. Some people laughed at him. They made fun of his looks and simple clothes. It hurt him. But instead of reacting with anger, he learned humility. He understood something important. True value does not come from appearance. It comes from character. As a young man, Abraham worked many jobs. He cut wood. He worked on farms. He transported goods on boats. The work was tough, but every job taught him something. One day, during a trip to New Orleans, he saw something that shook him deeply. He saw enslaved people being sold in markets. Families were separated. Human beings were treated like objects. That moment changed him. He could not forget what he saw. Inside his heart, a strong belief was born. Slavery was wrong. That belief would later shape history. At the age of 22, his family moved to Illinois. This place became the foundation of his future. By now, Abraham wanted more. He respected physical work, but he wanted to use his mind. He wanted to contribute to society. He became interested in law. Law meant justice. Law meant fairness. But once again, there was a challenge. No money, no formal education, no training. Still, he didn't stop. He borrowed law books. He studied late into the night. He learned on his own. Slowly, step by step, he became a lawyer. It was an incredible achievement. People noticed something special about him. His honesty. He refused to lie, even when it was difficult. People trusted him, not because he was rich, but because he was sincere. At the same time, he became interested in politics. He wanted to serve people. He believed leadership should help ordinary citizens. He started giving speeches. His style was simple, yet powerful. He spoke from the heart. People listened. People respected him. In 1834, at just 25 years old, he was elected to the state legislature. This was just the beginning. Around this time, he met Mary Todd. She came from a wealthy and educated background. She was intelligent and deeply interested in politics. They connected through conversations and ideas. They fell in love, but their journey was not easy. Their backgrounds were very different. Some people doubted their relationship. At one point, they separated, but love brought them back together. In 1842, they got married. They built a home. They had 4 sons. Abraham was a loving father. He played with his children. He told them stories. But life was not free from pain. 2 of his sons died at a young age. The grief was deep and painful. Yet, he continued moving forward. Pain became part of his journey, but it never took away his compassion. As years passed, the country faced growing tension over slavery. The nation was divided. Some supported it. Others strongly opposed it. Abraham spoke against slavery. He believed in equality. Not everyone agreed with him. He faced criticism, but he stood firm. In 1858, he ran for the U.S. Senate against Stephen Douglas. They held public debates. Thousands came to listen. Abraham spoke about human equality and justice. Though he lost the election, something important happened. He became known across the nation. People saw his courage, his honesty, his vision. Then came a historic moment. In 1860, Abraham Lincoln became a candidate for President of the United States. A man from poverty, now standing for the highest position. His campaign focused on unity and fairness. On November 6, 1860, he won. But instead of peace, crisis followed. Southern states refused to accept him. They decided to leave the country. Soon, civil war began. A nation divided against itself. Families broke apart. Friends became enemies. In 1861, Abraham became president. The responsibility was enormous. Every day brought news of death and destruction. He carried the pain of a nation, but he never gave up hope. In 1863, he made a bold decision. It declared freedom for enslaved people in certain regions. It changed history. Not everyone supported it. But he believed it was right. That same year, He gave a short but powerful speech. His words were simple, yet unforgettable. He spoke of equality, sacrifice, a new birth of freedom. The war continued. Lives were lost. Pain continued. But in April 1865, the war finally ended. The nation was saved. Slavery would soon be abolished completely. Abraham Lincoln had led the country through its darkest time. He dreamed of healing the nation. But tragedy struck once more. On April 14, 1865, he was shot during a play. The next morning, he passed away. The nation mourned. They had lost a leader, a symbol of hope, a man of integrity. Abraham Lincoln's life teaches us powerful lessons. Your beginning does not define your future. Education is not limited to classrooms. Character matters more than wealth or appearance. And most importantly, one person with courage can change history. He never stopped learning. He never stopped growing. Even in pain, he moved forward. And that is the lesson for all of us. Life will not always be easy. There will be failure. There will be loss. There will be doubt. But we must keep going. Keep learning. Keep improving. Every small step matters. Every challenge teaches something. Stories like this remind us greatness can begin anywhere, even in a small wooden cabin, with a child reading beside a weak fire. And as you listen to stories like this, you are also growing. You are learning. You are building confidence. So never feel discouraged. Progress may be slow, but it is real. Thank you for spending this peaceful time with me. I hope this story inspired you, and I hope it helped you improve your English, little by little. If this touched your heart, don't forget to like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more useful content videos. Remember this: learning is a journey, not a race. Step by step, word by word, day by day, you are becoming stronger. Believe in yourself. Stay kind. Stay patient. Stay hopeful. And just like Abraham Lincoln, never stop moving toward your dreams. Take care and keep learning.